All right, I've got this Liftmaster. Actually, I have two more I need to install. Medium duty. They're the kind of commercial doors. This is an mj5011u. mj5011u. Liftmaster Medium Duty. And the issue I was having is that it would close fine. I got all the upper and lower limits adjusted fine. It would close fine, but it ran fine for 6 months, but about 2 weeks ago I couldn't get it to open. It would open, you know, a quarter of the way, and then if I kind of pushed it up a little bit with my hand, it would go. I'm going to insert a video here on the what the motor looked like up here in the clutch when that was happening. Spring there, not spring there. If I turn this. And the fix ended up being this compression spring. So you just take out this take this cotter pin out, and then you adjust this castle nut. So I just tightened it with these pliers. I tightened it with these pliers, a couple cranks, and put the cotter pin back in. Just make sure you have it adjusted so that the hole is between one of the grooves on the castle nut. Put your cotter pin back in. I usually just bend it with my hand. And that gave it enough tension. Gave it enough tension in there so it would actually open again on its own. After I adjusted that tension, I did have to set my lower limit switch again because that was leaving a little gap at the bottom where I could see light through. So that tension just was enough to resolve it. I'm not sure what caused it. Heat, settling maybe, I don't know. I don't know, there's a bolt here that I just couldn't get in there to tighten it anymore. So I got to get a longer extension so I can reach in there. But I think the socket was too big to fit in there. So I got most of, it's solid, it's not moving. So I don't think it was that. There's another one over here actually that I had the same problem with. I don't know if there was just some settling up here in some of these bolts. It's pretty tight. There's no loose nuts or anything. So maybe it's just an adjustment that happens with temperature. Maybe the chains, hot and cold, expansion, contraction. But yeah, just tightening that castle nut, put a little bit more tension on so that the clutch wouldn't slip. And we are back in business. I just need to put this cover plate back on, and we will be good. I actually had taken this whole front off. There's four screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. Took that off so I could kind of inspect in there, and the clutch seemed to be working fine. It was just slipping. So just happened to, I know there's another video I watched said to put a scale on here to see. It must have been on the other side. Take that. Yeah, I think he had it on this, but there's not enough of a spline to grab onto on that side. But in a different model, you could grab the other side of this, and you can see how much weight with a scale was on this compression. So if you had a bunch of them to adjust, you could just adjust them all to that particular poundage, but just tighten this and play with it, and it should work if the issue is the clutch slipping. The other thing is there's some clutch plates inside there that if something were to happen and, you know, I didn't realize that was spinning for so long without the door moving, those plates can kind of rub on each other and cause them to get really hot and smooth. So sometimes you need to take it all apart and abrase those clutch plates so they don't slip on each other. But this should be a pretty easy fix, especially if you haven't had any other issues and it's fairly new. So thanks for watching.